Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan from the Hyperpigmentation Clinic. This channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of color. So as you know, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. Now, I'm sure you've probably watched a few of my videos by now and you know that skin of color requires different ingredients and different treatments to Caucasian skin. The reason being that skin of color burns easily and then hyperpigments easily, which means we cannot afford to have any inflammation on our skin. So really this whole channel is basically my love letter to our skin of color family globally, so that we have much better education for our skin, not only for ourselves, but also for our children. So I tend to go through as many brands as I can to dissect the ingredients list for you and to tell you whether or not it's worth you purchasing a particular product. It's very important for you to know that none of my videos have ever been sponsored and none of them will ever be sponsored, because it then gives me the freedom to tell you what I honestly think. And unfortunately, there really isn't anywhere for us to go for unbiased information. And I really want this to be your home for education and information on skincare for skin of color. So I think it's important to know that nothing is ever going to be sponsored. You can follow me on Instagram at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic or at Skincare by Dr. V. I'm now also on TikTok. Oh yeah. I'm really coming out of my comfort zone with TikTok, because you need to put information, like quite complicated information, into 60 seconds or 30 seconds or 15 seconds. So I'm attempting this new way of content creation. I hope you find that useful too. So you can follow me on Dr. Vanita Rattan on TikTok as well. Right, so today's video is all about facial oils. The number of times I've been asked about facial oils. And actually it's a very good topic because there's so much out there that we need to be avoiding. And there's actually a lot out there that's good for us. So it's really important for us to know what's worth our money and what is not worth our money. But also, you know, how to be kind to our skin. So let's get started. So I love facial oils as the last step of your nighttime skincare routine, especially if it's summertime and you've got air conditioning on all night, or if it's wintertime and you've got central heating on all night. Because what you're doing is you're having a lot of transepidermal water loss, which means a lot of water is being evaporated from your skin. So then what happens is in the morning, your skin feels tight. Which we obviously do not want. And so with facial oils, it is a barrier. It is a moisture lock. And so if you apply it after all your actives, so what you do is you cleanse, tone, exfoliate maybe once a week. Your treatment then happens, then your moisturizer, and the last step is your facial oil. So I tend to call it either double moisturizing or triple hydrating. So I could do a whole video for you on how I double moisturize or triple hydrate if you want. So just write down yes if that sounds good to you. Okay, so first of all, you need to know what are the categories of facial oils and which ones are best for you. So there's three main categories that I divide them into. So we've got our essential oils, which tend to be marketed as very good for your skin. So if you're seeing, lavender oil, that's bad, but they're marketing it as a good oil. The reason essential oils aren't great for our skin is because it can lead to sensitivity. And why would you do this? Why would that be something that you'd want to do to your skin? So avoid all fragranced essential oils. The second category is non-fragranced oils. So that they still come from plants, and they're the best form of oils for your skin because they don't lead to any sensitivity, but you get all the benefit. They're emollients, they trap water into your skin, and they soften your skin cells. So those are the best form. The third form are your synthetic oils. So synthetic oils are very good too, but the best one are plant oils that are non-fragrance. Okay, so the key here is make sure that you apply your oil at night, because don't forget that oil retains heat. So if you're applying it during the day, your oil is keeping heat close to your skin, which we do not want for skin of color, because any inflammation can trigger your melanocytes and lead to hyperpigmentation. So that's a bad idea. What you want to be wearing throughout the day obviously is your sunscreen. Oil will also dilute your sunscreen. So oil during the day is a bad idea. Oil at night as your last step is a very good idea. It also leads to your skin feeling younger, feeling more dewy, and just feeling more plump, which is often exactly what we want. Okay, so the oils to avoid. So fragrance oils or essential oils are, what leads to sensitivity. But often sensitivity doesn't happen straight away, and so you'll carry on using it. So that's why it's just better to avoid it. Even if you haven't had any issues up till now, that's no guarantee that you're not going to have issues in the future, because it can lead to sensitivity. The other thing that can happen with essential oils is that it can become oxidized on your skin, which can also lead to further irritation of the skin. So it's just best to avoid it. It's not something I'd ever give to my loved ones to wear, So just so you know how to read the back of the packaging, so which ones are essential oils, Dr. V, if you could just make that a bit clearer. I'm just going to run through it for you. If you can get a pen and paper, I'm just going to list them out for you. Okay, so the citrus oils are classic, and there are loads of citrus oils. Okay, so we've got orange blossom oil, grapefruit oil, bergamot oil, bitter orange oil, lemon oil, or lime oil. So basically, if it sounds like you can eat it, don't wear it. That is the moral of that story. And then the other classic essential oils are things like lavender oil, rose oil. Now, rose oil is very different to rose hip oil. Rose hip oil is very good for your skin. Rose oil, avoid. Peppermint oil, rosemary, geranium, and eucalyptus oil. So those are all really common as well in skincare, but please just avoid it. It's just not worth it. Okay, great, Dr. V. So you've told me all the things that are not good for my skin. What is good for my skin? So get ready as well. I've got a long list for you. So starting off with Barrage Seed Oil, which contains gamma-linoleic acid, which is very hydrating to the skin. The next one is Apricot Kernel Oil, which again is an emollient and is an antioxidant. We've got Argan Oil, which is full of lipids and fatty acids, and antioxidants, including vitamin E. We've got Evening Primrose Oil, which is also a great emollient. We've got almond oil, which contains triglycerides and fatty acids, so again is very hydrating. We've got jojoba oil, which again has a lot of fatty acids, however avoid if you're acne prone skin. We've got Grape Seed Oil, which is also has a lot of antioxidants in it. It's also thinner and easier to absorb because it's less saturated, so it's good to know. Hydrogenated Olive Oil. So this is very different, because hydrogenated olive oil is when pressure has been put on olive oil with hydrogen gas, which then just turns it from a liquid into a solid, and that way it retains its antioxidant properties. So it's actually a very good thing to be wearing. Other ones are carrot oil, hemp seed oil, which is full of phospholipids, amino acids, and vitamin E. So these are all great oils. However, these are not your treatment oils. Even though, for example, it may have antioxidant in it, don't forget, this is your last step. So you've already applied your moisturizer, and then you're going to apply this on top. So none of these ingredients are going to get into the skin. The purpose is to reduce your transepidermal water loss, so that in the morning, when your air conditioning's been on all night, your skin is not tight and crying. You want your skin to feel young and dewy and rejuvenated in the morning, because that's when your skin replenishes itself. So in order to do that, you have to, give it a little bit of love and water it a little bit and create a healing environment for your skin. So I have a few more for your list. So starting off with Lupine Oil. I haven't seen that much actually in products, but it does show up. Macadamia nut oil, peanut oil, palm oil, prunus seed oil, rape seed oil. So that's full of omega 3 and 6 fatty acids. You've got squalane. Okay, now squalane is it's a saturated version of squalene. It's an excellent emollient. It's very hydrating to the skin. And again, it's full of antioxidants and fatty acids. So squalane is already found in your sebum. Squalene, however, is a derivative of, usually from olives. Squalene is also an emollient, also full of antioxidants, and one of the most popular ones is, of course, the ordinary, the one that I tend to recommend. Don't forget, I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so it's really important that when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm there to answer your questions. Please do download your free guide for skin of color. The link is down below. If you want me to do a whole video on Dr. V's double and triple hydrating method, please can you write that down below as well, and I'm happy to share that with you too. Thank you very much for watching.